Well, I guess we'd better get it done. Let's get some water to go down some lines. Right everybody, welcome back. After lunch session today, this afternoon, next couple of hours, we're just going to finish the irrigation on the top half of patch 4. I'll show you how I do the first one, then I'll just get off the camera and do the next 12, and then we'll test the system and I'll run you through how that works. So it's mid-afternoon, it's about 25 degrees, it's as soft as this blue line poly's ever going to get this time of year. So I'll get some stuff in place and we'll go through the process. It's pretty simple, it's just repetitive and hard work on the hands, and you'll see why. You know how some days you should stay home? Well, these are the fittings that I ordered that are wrong. So this tool, yep, fits in, no worries, but the hole that it cuts, it's very difficult to show you, is a lot smaller than it needs to be. So they've sent a different fitting. So I'll zoom in a bit. That isn't going to work, so I'm going to have to go back into town and get a drill bit. But what I might do is I'll make everything else up and get it secured, and then I can just fix this up tomorrow. So very frustrating, very frustrating. Okay, 15-20 minutes later, got the poly line connected to the elbow, which goes into the, I'll call it a vertical riser, which goes into the sub main. I've got to get a joiner from over there to join these two up. I've untwisted this one and this one and started to bury the pipe. As you can see, I don't bury the pipe real deep because if I need to unbury it, it's much easier. Got this one in. I need to check if it goes all the way, otherwise I'll have to join another piece to the end of this one. And then there's this one, which I completely missed this morning, putting the poly line into. So got a piece here, plenty of spare, plenty of offcuts. So I'll do all that tomorrow. I think I'm approaching the end of the day, so I won't end it here though. We'll come back in the morning. I've got a fix on a poly tank I want to have a look at in the morning. Run this line, hook all the vertical risers in, and then turn the water on and see what it does. So we'll be back in the morning. Okay, so solution to this problem. A new tap is $50. All of that was just over $50. My theory is I'm going to put a piece of lay flat over that, clamp it with that. I'm then going to put a piece of this rigid riser inside the lay flat to keep it from collapsing. Then I'm going to stick this big ass fitting in the end of the lay flat, which will then screw into the poly line, and away we go. So let's see how we go with this mad crazy scheme. It may work, it may not. If it doesn't, I'm still not, realistically I'm still not solved, but I'm closer. And yes, I know that the poly may well fall in the tank, so I'll have to keep an eye on it. So it's also very warm this afternoon, and I am huffing and puffing a little bit. Alright, I might just put, so we'll see if I can put a roll in that. Give it a little bit more thickness. May make it too bloody tight, knowing my luck. So far so good. Alright, Next. What are you barking at, dog? Found something in the tree. There's been a couple of small brown snakes around today, out on the road. Winter is coming, they're on the move. So just got to be a bit careful with the dog, because I don't really want him getting bitten by a snake.
Oh, me, come me. Chico, what are you doing? Maybe. Again, this is a low pressure system, so all I need is to get the water from the IBC into the pipeline. That's it.
Alright, that's attached enough. Next, we have to do all of this up tight. You alright, dog? I'm hoping he hasn't just been bitten by a snake. Probably can't see this bit. Let's just go up a little bit. There goes the piece of IBC pipe. It's alright, it'll float out. You alright, dog? I can always take this off again and put a longer piece of pipe in. Okay, so that will actually sit on the ground, and hopefully it's not like I can keep that open. That's a tomorrow job. Let me go and check on my dog. Back in a minute. Hey, what are you doing? What's going on? Chico, what are you doing? What have you found to play with up here? What did you get got by? Hey? What are we looking for? Get out of it. Come on. Get out. Oh, I know what you found, Bullfed. I don't know if you can see that in there. There's an echidna in the bottom of the hole. And you got done by the spiky thing. You silly bugger. Let's have a look. Come here. Come here. You just sort of see the colours in there. So there's a... Oh, you're a silly dog. Come on. Leave the poor little bugger alone. if Chico does get bitten by a snake, I just have to dig a big hole. But I don't want him trying to eat the echidna. Hey! Hey! Come on! Alright, let's move the car. He'll follow. Okay, so yesterday we discovered that this end and this end, which should be the same, are different. And what they've done is they've made the diameter of the outlet bigger. So I've got a spare one to put in that first hole we made. And then I forgot to take this piece of poly home last night to see what's going to work. And that's a 12mm hole. And I'm tempted to give that a whirl, so let's go and give it a whirl. I did bring a 10mm bit, just in case this first one is a bit loose. This is one of the really short lines at the top. So we'll just really want it to be a tight fit, but not ridiculous. Although it still feels like it's ridiculous. Flies are very friendly this morning, as an added bonus. Oh, wow. Yeah, this isn't going as hoped or expected. Hot water time. Okay, so I've got a little bit of hot water. And I'm going to try and soak the end of the insert first, which you can't quite see, just to see if I can soften it up enough. If that doesn't work, oh, come on, get in there. Oh, we'll shake it some more. This is not how I need today to go. I am hoping to get trees in the ground today, and this is not helping my emotions. Oh, nah, bugger. So after a fair bit of just got to hold your face right and 100 kilos of human on top of it, I got this in. I've got 11 more to do. So what I'm going to do is put the peg back in that goes here, attach it and get it all set up, and I'll show you that, and then we'll come back when they're all done. Okay, so this is what we're aiming for. Submain, riser, and then polyline. Now, I've put a little bit of hang in that because if it expands and contracts, I want to be able to see it. We then run the polyline down the middle, trying to keep the white line where possible at the top. And then at the far end, peg at the end, cable tie, a little bit of slack so that again, if it wants to move, I can change it, and then blocked off at the end. So that's the second shortest row I'm ever going to do. So it's going to be silver dollar, silver dollar, silver dollar, and then juniper from there. I might even put juniper in that one if I need to. But I've now got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11 to go. So I'll get them done and I'll come back. There's going to be some potentially bad language involved with those little fittings, so I'll just go and get them done, and then we'll come back in a little while and see where we get up to. It's a glorious day, but it's getting warm already. It's going to be 25 degrees today, and the flies are very, very friendly. See you soon. So all the water lines are in, hooked up, blocked off at the ends, and we're ready to go. These new little fitting things, wow, I've got to get a different spade bit or something. They're just doing me in. But we got them done, only broke 3. I think I'm going to end up shortening the risers, that's fine. It's mainly because I just want to see what happens to it. So I'll pick a few things up and then we'll do a live test on the water just to see how they look. I would like this one more in the middle, but again, it's not always perfect. The dog's finally woken up now that there's going to be some action, so I wander back up to the car, we'll turn the water on, and we'll just start walking the ends of the lines and make sure things are coming out. So the first test on this line is my little fix going to work? So far, I would say yes. Let's get the dog. I'll catch the dog in a second, put him back in the ute, go get some more water, so I might just keep that one handy. Alright, so seems we've got water coming down the line. It's a good start. I can hear it coming through the pipe. Still going. So this is the shortest line here, which in theory means it's the last line to get water. So if we sit quietly up here for a couple of minutes, where's the nearest hole? There's a hole there. There's air coming out. Lots of air coming out. Alright, we'll just sit here for a minute. We'll wait until the drip start. Here it comes, and there we go. So that's line number 12 here, and I'll walk my way down to number 1 and we'll see how it's looking. I'll be back in a sec. So keep an eye out for these things. They make it incredibly difficult for the water to get through. This is line number 10. So so far, there's not a lot of drips. So I'll wander back and see if we can find any more twists. Oh no, got water here now and there. So that might have been the problem. I'm going to put another load of water through this afternoon so that I can see if it's ready to plant. Freezing. So I still don't have drips down here. More investigating required. So this is one of the fittings that I think I broke, and I might have to have a look and see what the go is. So it might just be that the hole's too big. So it is what it is. We'll bury that one. Not much we can do about it. Some dirt around. Here's another one. I do not like these new fittings at all. Oh look, here's another one. Definitely going to bury those. Do the plug up, make sure all the water goes through. Yeah, so we'll take a walk down the big long one, check it from the other end, and then tank up the tops holding water. Just see the water level in it there, so that's good. Drips all through here. So this afternoon I've got to come back, stake all these trees, or stake all these wet spots, and get ready to plant. Can't wait, super excited. 500 trees to do. Still a good day. A little bit of cloud over there, kind of disturbing the peace. Righto, I've got water right at the bottom end of line 1, line 2 and line 3. This is the longest line on the block, on the whole block hopefully. Got good drip, good rate. Haven't found any more twists yet, which is good. I'll just come up here to row 4. It's actually row 11 in the whole patch, but it's row 4 on this watering line. Alright. Wet spots row 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So got good water coverage all the way through from one line. Those 3 fittings, I'm actually just going to bury them. It is what it is. I can't do much about them. I'm not chopping a piece of poly out. Eventually the trees will all just only get watered occasionally. Might have a split in that one I need to fix. Oh, I might have 2. Might have to replace that section. I've got another join there, so that's no biggie. So anyway, that's patch 4 irrigated completely. Thank you for watching. It's always good to know there's a few people out there semi-interested in what we're doing. I'm going to go and get rid of a few flies, get some more water, and try and catch the dog. See you next time. And yeah, hopefully we get a few trees in.